What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to the greatest gaming podcast on the internet, the One Up Gamescast. I'm one of your hosts, Carl Sinclair, joined as always by my brother from another mother, the man with the plan, Master Cheeks in the sheets, Master Chief in the streets, Jack Gibb. How you doing, man? How you doing, buddy?
Doing very well, mate. It's good to be back. We've had a good developer direct today. That puts a good pep in the step.
It does.
We're here to talk about the game of last year, or several games of last year. So
Yes.
it's a good time. It's a good time. How are things on your side?
Yeah, good. Was up early for the direct this morning. Watched that one. It was good. Then found out after, thinking, I can edit this video really quick and then go catch some Z's for an hour or two. Got to bed and got hit with the, you're up early? Yeah, up early, yeah. It's like, we got to go to the doctor's this morning, we got an appointment at 9. I'm like, I'm going to make the coffee. And didn't get back to my computer until like 2 o'clock this afternoon before getting called into work. So, hey, it's been a day, but I'm here. I'm ready to talk some games. What about you, mate?
Love it. Yeah, not ready as well. Developer direct, mate. We gotta touch on it briefly, I feel. What'd you think? It's obviously a good show, I feel.
Yeah.
It'd be a common feeling.
It was a good show.
The format still holds up.
It does.
What'd you think of the games? What are your thoughts?
There's a whole reaction out there with my thoughts, everybody. So if you really want to know my thoughts as they happen, you can go watch the reaction right now over on One Up Games YouTube. You can also find links to it on oneupgames.com, where you can find a rundown of everything that was announced and all the info to do with it. Look, I think it was good. I came into this needing to be sold on 2 games, and that was whatever the hell Game Freak was working on and Fable. I kind of came into this knowing that Forza was going to be good. So I really needed to be sold on the other 2 and whatever the mystery game was going to be. They nailed it. So Forza is everything I expected and wanted it to be. Actually, cannot wait for that game to come out. Then getting a look at Kiln, I thought that was going to be the game that at the end of this I was going to be like, but I don't know, man. Those developers, like, they know how to sell their games. They are a group of creative mother effers over there at Double Fine. So everything about that made me go, this could actually be a little bit of fun with friends. So I definitely want to try that when it drops. And then the 2 that really needed to sell me were Beasts of Reincarnation and Fable. Wow, they did a good job. I said a few times during the developer direct that Beasts of Reincarnation is going to be this year's Expedition 33. It's going to be that game that no one really thought about trying or playing or anything like that, and it's going to sort of crush the competition. I feel it's a Souls game, but it's not a Souls game. It looks more hack and slash. It's like, more full on. Is your thing frozen?
I'm here.
Oh, yeah, screen's frozen. I just thought for a second, oh my god, the internet's gone. That's the only reason I was checking. That's all right. We can edit that bit out. Sorry.
I'm gonna need your file anyway at this rate.
Yeah, no, that's cool. It's cool.
That's okay.
Yeah, it's all right. We can edit that. I was like, so yeah, Beast of Reincarnation had to be the one to sold me on, and yeah, honestly, I think it's going to be the Expedition 33 of this year. I reckon, because it's that game that I think needed eyes on it, needed people to see it, and they did a really good job of showing it. It looks like a combination of a whole bunch of different games sort of rolled into one, but it's all good elements from those different games. It's very different from anything they've ever done before. Like, they're the studio known for Pokemon, and they're dropping a third-person hack and slash adventure open world game, and it's like, well, like, I can't wait to see what their excuse is for Pokemon going forward, because this is what they're capable of, so it's going to be real interesting. And then, yeah, Fable. Holy crap. Where do I even start about Fable? Fable is the game that they showed and actually made me the most sad. Because after seeing it, I really thought that the internet would come together and be happy that Fable looked good. And no, there's so many people online talking about FPS, exclusivity, and all this other shit. It's like, boys, Fable looks good. Like, Fable looks how and it looks like it plays exactly how I feel 3 looked and played, but I know it doesn't look like that, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Like, this is how I've always imagined Fable. It looked so good. A lot of people being like, oh, look at them, they've gone and made a character creation now because people didn't like the chick. Guys, I hate to break it to you, but the chances are there was a character creation all along. Like, that's just Fable. They've always had the cover character, but you can make your own character. Like, this is how Fable has been, and proves to me more and more that people that have played Fable don't really pipe up anymore. There's a lot of people here that have probably never touched a Fable in their life, and
I think you've nailed it right there.
they're definitely the loudest, and I think they just need to actually go back and play the other Fables, and then have a look at what we saw today, and they will see that Playground have made a fucking like very faithful sequel. Like, this reboot, very faithful to the originals. Like, we're seeing a lot of locations from the older games. They totally like. Oh man, this is so many people are about to come for me for this. But looking at this, right, I got a lot of Kingdom Come Deliverance vibes. You know what I mean? Like, you can just go out and have a job. You can just buy a house. You can just have families. You can marry everybody. You can divorce everybody. Whatever actions you make, have people questioning what you're doing. Like, if this game comes out and people give it a chance and Fable fans come back and everybody just shuts the fuck up and doesn't care about what platform it's on and just enjoys the game for what it is, a really good game, Fable could be a contender, man. Like, this year could be a contender. Like, it looked so good. And like, I'm glad they confirmed that you can spare Moss from the IT crowd. You know what I mean? We can spare him or we can end him. You know, beautiful.
Does it mean he's still in the game? That's what I need to know.
That's that's the big question, eh? I hope he
He's
is.
not in the
That'd be
game
great.
regardless. Then I might as well have him rested up on the hill.
Yeah, fair enough. You know, that's fair. But I really like how, like, every action has a reaction. Has like the people in the town, like, they see you different. I like that a lot. I think it's gonna.
I really like that it depends on the other person though. Like, as in, you know, being rich tycoon was seen as a positive, but then there's this lady on the street that's just like, you're a rich twat.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, that I love that, like, moral sort of gray area that they're creating.
It's gonna be fun.
Awesome.
It's gonna promote replayability as well. Like, I'm really excited to see, like, because like a lot of morality systems back in the day where you're the ultimate asshole or you're the ultimate good guy. So it's being in that middle. It's like, well, how far can I push it in one direction? Can I get everyone to love me? Will everybody hate me? Is it easier to get everyone to hate than it is to get everyone to love? Like, I'm keen. But no, good show, decent. Surprised we got more windows than dates, to be honest. But no, keen. What about you, mate?
Yeah, I feel very similarly. I think this might be the best developer direct. I feel like every developer direct's been better than the last one, but the reason I think this one's better than the last one, like, obviously the last one had Exhibition 33 and I'm drawing some mad blanks over here, but anyway, good games. You know
Ninja
what I
Gaiden,
mean?
Expedition 33, Ninja Gaiden 2 Black. They're at the developer
Yeah,
direct.
on the others, but
My God.
the thing about this show,
Yeah.
is I think this is the first video game presentation ever that I've come away from loving every single thing. Like, I don't know, I've never experienced that. I'm sure other people have. I just never have. That show was phenomenal. Yeah, Horizon 6 obviously is going to be fucking incredible, but seeing those Tokyo streets, oh mate, imagine if they did Japan and didn't do Tokyo. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's like, oh, what if? But no, they've got it all.
Biggest map they've ever done, mate.
Yeah, brother, I am very, very satisfied with everything I saw there. Keen to see more, of course. Yeah, Beast of Reincarnation. I mean, that's the game that's least for me, and I got the same feeling I got watching the Expedition 33 trailers back in the day. Like, this isn't really for me, but there's something there. You know what I mean? So,
Yep.
Yeah, definitely. Like, if I had Game Pass, or if I have Game Pass at the time, like, I'll definitely be giving it a go. Otherwise, yeah, at some stage, I do want to give it a go. Keln looked fucking awesome. Like, honestly, that's just like this little Splatoon-like game I want to get involved in. You know what I mean? I think there's a lot of fun to be had there, and I could see them pricing that appropriately, which would be good.
Yeah.
And Fable, yeah, man. I've never played Fable, so I'm going to be on the other side of the coin to you, having never touched it. But I agree with everything you said. It looks phenomenal. Um, gameplay, graphics, humor, yeah, like functions of being able to like follow, like every NPC has a life and shit like that. Like, I know it's not necessarily the first game to do that, but that's the shit like fucking 15 years ago we wanted games to do, and they never did.
Yeah.
Instead we've got battle passes and fucking I don't know, like, oh, this game's 1768p. Like, I was just like, I think we need to get back, and I've been guilty of it as well. I like my graphics, you know what I mean? I love good graphics, but I think we need to get back to like, what is the game and how has it improved on a game from 5 years ago? And I don't think that happens enough. And I look at this Fable game and I'm like, you know, yeah, okay, the frame rate might be a little low on the Xbox or whatever. Like, I don't know, fucking wait for the next Xbox then. Like, I don't fucking know what you want, because that game is improving on gameplay elements that not necessarily impossible to do in a previous generation, but like it's really pushing. Do you know how many development hours would have gone into making all those NPCs have a fucking life? You know what I mean? Like all the rules that must be written so that when you kill someone out of town and it devalues house prices and it affects the economy of the game. Like, you know what I mean? Like I don't like.
Explains why it's taken so long. Like,
so long.
So long.
And if the frame rate, like I think 30 frames per second is crazy this generation. Like, I'm one of those people that thinks everything should be at least 60, or 40, or I don't want us to in the pursuit of 4K, we're landing halfway to 4K at a shitty frame rates. Like I'm not saying I support all of that, right? But when GTA comes out at 30 frames per second, we're gonna sit here and be like, but look what it does. You know what I mean? Like, look what it can do. Like, that's the sacrifice. I think Fable's going to fall into that category where it's going to be doing all this shit. Now, admittedly, you're not going to be flying around in a jet or on cars. Like, it is a bit of a slower game in that sense. But I think we're going to be looking at all the crazy shit it does and how good it looks. And I think we ought to maybe just give it some grace on that front. I think it's going to be a big game. And, Playground, like, they like Forza Horizon is always so well optimized. I don't think they're leaving. I'd be shocked if they're leaving something on the table with Forza. With Fable, sorry. So no, I don't want to see none of that negativity. I did agree though. They obviously, a few moments in the trailer, deliberately called things out that people had been fucking like moaning about for a while, and put them all to, got them all to shut the fuck up. So
yeah, honestly,
I think it was a well-made demonstration on that front.
Yep.
And I can't believe people are still fucking whinging. But anyway, that aside, I'm very happy. I'm very keen. It's not the sort of game I would typically play, but fucking Playground be selling it.
Honestly,
Playground, if they pull off both games this year and they're both great, which I think they will be, I mean, I don't want anyone saying they're not a top tier developer. You know what I mean?
They will. Yeah, they'll hit that like Insomniac level in my mind. That Insomniac level of like whatever they do is good.
I would already consider it that way, but people just so biased against racing games. If Fable doesn't put them on the map, then people will be wrong.
I mean, that was the thing with Fable, right? Like, I always knew Fable was going to be good looking. I mean, look at the studio doing it. It was always going to be gorgeous. The thing was it going to play good? And after seeing the stuff today, I'm like, yeah, that kind of looks like how the old ones played. Like, and that's kind of what I want. So I'm here for it. You know what I mean?
Like, I've been missing out, obviously. But, like, the idea of walking through town and people just yelling out at you, like, you fucking idiot. They're yelling out British slurs, but it's just so fucking good. I can't wait. Oh, you're here, aren't you? Like, just...
Mate,
I think it's going to be so immersive.
One of the things that they showed off that was, like, purely for Fable fans, right, was the chicken kick. I'm so glad the chicken kick is returning. Because that was always that was a staple of trailers back in the day when we were getting a new Fable. If you didn't see a chicken get kicked, you were like, oh no, I don't think this is going to be a good one. But nah, they nailed it. I'm very, very keen.
Like, we've got examples that we can go and play of bad Fable games. You know what I mean? Like, there's, like, I don't think, I think we deserve to. We ought to give this one a go. Or a chance. Yep.
Very fair. Very fair.
2025, mate.
Big year.
I said at the start of the year I wanted to play more games, and I think I achieved that.
Well done.
But this year I do plan to play even more. That's the goal. Where do we begin, mate? Where do we begin?
Well, how do you want to do it? I got my top 10. You have your top 5. Do you want me to power through my 5 to 6, and then we'll go games to game?
You start at 10, work your way towards 5, and then I'll start jumping in there with some games to talk about. We may have some duplicates on the list, to be fair.
Oh, honestly, I feel like my 10 to 6 is gonna. I feel like my top 10 is gonna piss a lot of people off. Actually, now that I look at it, I'm like, I tried to keep it games that came out last year, because I did play a few games that didn't, but I tried to keep it to the games that came out last year.
I have as well. I don't usually, but I have as well.
So, mate, my number 10. And if I'd played more games that came out last year, it probably wouldn't even be on my top 10. But I needed a 10. And I didn't actually think it would be so low. But, wild times. Mario Kart World is my number 10. I don't think it's a bad game, per se. I just think we got a lot of really good games last year. As far as Mario Karts go, it's very divisive in the community. You've got half the people saying it's like the best Mario Kart we've ever gotten, and the other half saying that it is the worst Mario Kart we've ever gotten. I'm fine with it. I don't think it's bad. I don't think it's the best. I just think it's a Mario Kart game that's trying to do something different. And I think if Mario Kart is a game that doesn't try to do different things, it's going to become stagnant. So I appreciate them trying something new. It just wasn't necessarily for everybody. But in saying that, still pretty decent. Decent number of characters, decent number of tracks. The open world that they tried to do, although it feels a bit dead, it was, an open world. And I'm keen to see what they add to it, or like what they do different next time.
Well said. I feel like my biggest complaint with it, right, is we've got the Switch 2, quote unquote, the power of the Switch 2, and it just feels like we've gone open world, which is awesome, but I can't help but feel like what crazy shit could have like a closed circuit Mario Kart done?
Yeah.
Or graphically, or I don't. I fall into the camp of like this is a very mediocre game.
Yeah,
like, it's not a terrible game or anything, but relative to other Mario Karts, it's so much more boring. And look, to be fair, maybe if we jumped into some multiplayer, had a party night or whatever with a few peeps and had some sessions, I'm sure there's a lot of fun to be had. But a lot of people don't have a Switch 2 yet, which is so reasonable and fair. You know what I mean? Like they're not, I'm not talking about the value of the console, but $700 is a bit to find, especially at the moment. So I think I don't love the game, to be honest, but it was a cool launch title. I'll say that.
Yeah, fair enough. Ooh, mate, my number 9. I wish I'd played more of number 9, if I'm being honest, because I really did enjoy it. It's a little game called Peak. Peak kind of came out of nowhere, and it was very enjoyable, very fun time. I'm yet to play that game and not have a good time playing it. But I'm also like, I wish I played it more. Like, I feel like I wish I'd done a little bit more with it, and I will go back to it. But no, Peak was like, Fall Guys or Among Us, right? It was like that right game at the right time. And it was like really good. Everyone was into it. It was great fun. Everyone jumped in, and then, but yeah, I think it deserved a spot on my top 10 at least. Like I enjoyed it enough that it needed to be there. Personally,
when I had a draft top 10, it was in there.
Yeah, nice.
I think it's a great game. It's very like if the time's right, it's a brilliant 10 out of 10 game. But if you're not really in the mood, I feel like it would be a tougher experience.
Yeah, fair enough.
Solid game.
So, coming in at number 8 for me is number 3 on your list.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Nope.
Yeah, guarantee.
All right.
So, Battlefield 6 has come in at number 8 for me.
What do you think my number 2 is then?
Can I guess your top 5 when we get there?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, okay. I'm excited. Yeah, Battlefield 6. I had to put it on here. Great times, great vibes. I really enjoy this Battlefield. Has it lived up to what it needed to? I think so. I think it needs a bit more content. But point out an FPS game these days that don't. At least when I go into the store, I'm not bombarded by Nicki Minaj and Snoop Dogg telling me how shit I am at the game. No, it's just regular old soldiers doing regular old soldier things. It's good fun. I enjoy it. The Battle Royale probably didn't hit as hard as it needed to, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. I think like it's going to be one of those games where we're not getting another Battlefield this year. Let's give it a bit of time, like let them cook.
I totally don't want another one. You know what I mean?
No, definitely not. I think they did really, really well. They just need to capitalize on people wanting to play a Battlefield. Because I think their ability to capitalize on momentum is gone. I think the momentum has sort of slowed down a little bit, and probably why it was a little bit down my list and not a little bit higher. I think we need to just hold out, and I think by season 3, when EA's like, all right, we've made enough money out of this right now, let's start like focusing on other stuff to make money on, and then the developers are usually allowed to do whatever the hell they want to do. We see that with COD, we'll see it with Battlefield. I think by season 3, season 4, they'll start cooking, and we'll start seeing some fun stuff in the game, and I look forward to it. Yeah.
I really agree. I think the momentum is absolutely lost. It's still, I still enjoy it. You know what I mean? It's still an incredible game. And the 100 and something hours I put into it, I've treasured. Absolutely fucking treasured. But between, like, the thing that I can't get out of my head right is Redfall, yeah, definitely fell a bit flatter than it should have.
Yeah.
Portal, like, just like stepping on a fucking rake and hitting yourself in the face, right? Between those two modes, like the developers sort of dropping the ball. Imagine all those resources just going into the multiplayer and just making more maps and more, vehicles and shit and more of a sandbox. Like, I don't who knows what the game would have been? The momentum certainly probably wouldn't have been lost then. So it's a bit of a shame to see like such a good cohesive package come together and then just not quite work out at the end there. But hey, it's recoverable. It's a live service. I think season 2 is going to be rough, but I do agree that season 3, like we see with many games, will be the uptick we need.
I just hope players are willing to come back for season 3, because you're right. Season 2 is going to be rough. People are going to be mad at the one map. People are going to be mad that there isn't as much as they really should be. But
yeah, and I'm right there to be fair. But I think the thing is, it's a premium game. We've all dropped $100. Like, we can't get rid of it. So I think when season 3 comes back around, like, we'll be keen to get some more value out of it. We'll be there.
Yeah,
I'll definitely be there. But yeah, the community will come back.
Number 7. I'm not gonna be long with this one. Number 7's Hyrule Warriors: Age of Imprisonment. I really enjoyed my time with the game. One of my favorite stories in the Hyrule Warriors trilogy we've gotten so far. I like how it adds to Tears of the Kingdom story. Doesn't subtract, just does nothing but add to another amazing game. I enjoyed the combat. I enjoyed everything that a Muso game has, but what they've done differently. And I'm very keen for Hyrule Warriors to get another game, because I think it deserves it. And I'm really keen to see them implement a lot of the stuff we see in this game into the Dynasty Warriors games. So yeah, good game. Number 6. Now, I really, really ummed and ahed about putting this on my list because I would say it hasn't hit as hard as it probably should have or could have, but I enjoyed my time with it nonetheless and will continue to go back to it. Borderlands 4. I think Borderlands 4 has been very much forgotten since launch. And that is the product of the fact that, sure, it's a multiplayer game, but it has very much it's not like you're jumping in there to do multiplayer stuff. There's a story, you get the story done, you've got some side stuff you can do. Borderlands games are amazing 3 years after they've launched because they have just a plethora of extra content to do, stuff to grind. So I'm sure Borderlands will have that come back around when they do an expansion, which will bring people back or bring the new people in. But I don't know, I just felt like I needed it on here. I really enjoyed my time with it. I'm really excited to go back to it, and I'm really excited to see what they do next with it. Because I don't think by any means this game is quote unquote done. So I'm ready for it to come back around. That's my first 5, mate. We're now heading into the top 5.
All right. Well, just before we crack on, I want to do two discussions. One, you can have a guess at my top five,
Oh, I'm excited.
and also I just want to give out some honorable mentions to games that didn't come out this year
Oh, okay, let's do it.
that I played. If that's cool.
Yeah, go for it.
So it's a few games. I played Gears of War for the first time. First Gears of War. Enjoyed that a lot. That would be on my top 10 for sure if I was including everything I played this year.
Hell yeah.
I don't know when Sniper Elite Resistance came out, but that was a good game.
Oh yeah, that was this year. That was last year. Yeah, that was last year.
That was last year.
Yep.
It was basically just remade using assets from the game before it. It was a very we're scrapping together a game, but hey, Sniper Elite's great.
Yeah, honestly.
That's what it takes to get a little bit more out the door. Then I don't know. I feel like I'll let it go.
We'll take it.
I'll take it. Borderlands 1 is on my list of things I played for the first last year. That was the first time I played Borderlands 1. I had a good time playing with you guys. I enjoyed it, and I hope to never play it again. I played Ratchet and Clank.
That means that's legitimately how people feel about Borderlands 1. Honestly, it's like,
I
once
had a
you've
good
done
time.
it, it's like, hey, I've done it. Never touching that again.
Not a complaint. Not a complaint. Just gotta put that one in the pocket, you know. I played, cleared off the backlog a little bit. Got rid of Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart.
Hell yeah.
That is a good game, a great Ratchet and Clank game, I would say. Look, it's always going to be hard to recreate the magic of the PS2, Ratchet and Clank 3 and those sorts of games, which are Gladiator. I love Gladiator so much. It'd be tough to live up to my childhood nostalgia on those titles, but this game I feel like was just a step up in maturity, which is great considering I'm hopefully more mature than I was in primary school. Love that game. And my last mention, I just want to say I finally got around to playing Ghost of Tsushima over the break. And that game is, as Kyle says, a 10 out of 10. That's a very good game. It's a PS4 game playing on the PS5, so it was just all, they definitely remastered it well as well. 60 frames per second. Game looks beautiful. The view distances and things like that. If you compare it to like Forbidden West, you go up on a hill. Forbidden West is a beautiful looking game. Do not mistake me. I love that game, but the amount of fog and things that they use to, make the world function, like none of that exists in Ghost of Tsushima. Like you can see as far as you want, but you also can't ride, big flying birds. So, maybe that's part of the charm there. But love that game. Don't love Jin's uncle, but we'll talk about that another time.
We should do a full episode talking about that game. Like, it's amazing. It's an amazing game. I don't think
anyone's gonna want to listen to me fucking whinge about.
Hey,
his name.
Hey, I'll try to defend the uncle, but he's so you just can't defend his douchery at all. Like, he's a bit of a douche.
He just gets so many people killed. Like, and he's just like, no, you know, I had an honorable death, and it's like, yeah, but you got him killed. Like, I don't know. Reason they're dead. Like, oh, good, it was honorable. Like, sure, but like,
you sir,
you just make a smarter fucking decision once, brother. Like,
it's like you sir are a douchebag.
Fuck, and don't get me wrong. Like, Jin takes a couple of minutes to get on board, but like, that's it. Oh, mate, like, anyway, I'm gonna chill.
Hell yeah,
Poor
bro.
Kyle. He just had to listen to me whinge the whole time I was playing this game.
Nah.
For fucking 2 or 3 weeks, just had to listen to me whinge about old mate's uncle.
It was good.
Anyway, I recommend if you haven't played the game, don't make the mistake I made and not playing it. It's a great game. And then multiplayer games. Peak would have been on my list. What else have we played? Arc Raiders has been a bit of fun.
Yeah, I thought about putting that on my top 10, but I was like, I feel like I've played more of it this year than I did last year. I feel like so many people are going to have that on their list. It's like, I'm just going to leave it off. But Arc Raiders is great.
Oh, definitely worth a mention. And Call of Duty, definitely like a weaker year for sure. But like zombies in particular.
I did it.
Some of them. You did what?
I deleted Call of Duty off my console.
Shit. So we can't play zombies.
Oh yeah, we can play zombies. Don't worry.
A lot of gigabytes.
What? Yeah, like the only thing still installed from COD is and I'm gonna get judged, but I've decided I'm gonna get this platinum, is the Spec Ops from Modern Warfare 2 and Zombies from Black Ops 7. That's the only stuff still installed.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, Zombies is really nice. Got a lot more to play on that front. But yeah, I think that wraps up the year. Apart from my top 5, I'm sure there's some other things in there. You know, yeah, played a couple of games on Switch too, I guess. Red Dead Redemption. You know, I've been dabbling, but yeah, that brings us up to speed.
Hell yeah.
For the top 5. Do you want to have a guess at my top 5?
All right, but don't give it away because we'll go one by one after this. I'm just gonna
say a word.
I'm just gonna put my guess out there. So, your top 5, Jack, as predicted by me, Kyle Edward Sinclair, Sexiest Man Alive, 2024. Yeah. Yeah. I think at number 5 you put South of Midnight. I think number 4 and number 2 were interchangeable. I think for number 4 you put Indiana Jones. I think for number 3 you put Battlefield 6. I think number 2 you put Ghosts of Yote, and I think for number 1 you put Expedition 33.
Interesting. All right.
Hit us with your number 5, brother.
Number 5, as Kyle says, South of Midnight.
Hey! 1 point to me. Woo! I have to play it still. I'm glad one of us played it on this freaking outlet, mate.
I'm glad too. No, that game deserves a playthrough for sure. The animation, the art style, the music, you know, and it's such a PS2 game in all the right ways. There's platforming, like a lot of platforming. It's not, I wouldn't say it's challenging. I mean, there's probably harder difficulties, to be fair, if you're after a challenge. But it just felt like, you know, it doesn't really make sense that this huge tree is like on a branch that I can conveniently walk on across the river. Like, that makes no fucking sense. But thank you. It's such a PS2 game. But I don't know, man. It's just a nice game. It's not too, it's got a deep enough story. Tells a story that I don't feel like we get exposed to a lot, or at least I don't. Memorable, quite memorable as well. Actually, that's yeah. I would say that as a compliment. Yeah, I wouldn't say it's perfect. Like, I'd be giving it like a 7 or an 8. Like, it's not, you know, it's not like game of the year, but it's a special little game. And I imagine people that grew up knowing a lot of the stories that are intertwined into this game would think this is an absolute fucking gem. You know what I mean? Like, if it was set in Victoria and we were like exploring things that we'd heard about as kids, the gold rush or something, we'd be like foaming at the mouth. You know what I mean? But other people in other parts of the world, like, who the fucking gives a shit about the fucking the Bendigo gold rush?
Yeah, fair.
But I think it's quite a cool game, and I'm, you know, the Xbox that greenlit this game does not exist anymore. So I think you know, if you want to play a game that, how do I word this? For all the talk Xbox has done between like 2018 and 2023 about, you know, giving developers creative freedom and all those things that they talked about, this game is a product of that talk. I don't think that exists anymore, and I wonder what the next game will be. But this game, if you've been an Xbox fan for the last 7 years, through the rough times and heard all the promises that are, you know, sort of slowly being broken, South of Midnight is worth a play. Especially if you've got Game Pass. Like, load it up, give it a go. If you're not hooked after 3 or 4 levels or a few hours, probably pack it up. It does get better as the game goes, but, you know, don't force yourself through it. But yeah, it's a cool game. It's number 5 for me, and happy to put it there. What is your number 5, mate?
My number 5 shouldn't surprise anybody that like knows me and has like been tracking what I've been doing this year. My number 5 is Doom: The Dark Ages. I needed this game on my list. It was playing through the Dooms, like playing through 2016, Doom Eternal in the lead up to Dark Ages was so much fun, and then jumping into Dark Ages and finally getting like kind of like what we've always wanted in terms of like we got like a full-on story, we got cutscenes, we got lore, we got this universe that we've been jumping in and out of since 2016, but never fully getting the full story on. Like, the fact that we actually, you know, we got a game that finally expanded on a universe that we've been loving for quite a while was so good. And like, there's like supposed to be DLC on the way, so we'll probably get even more. But no, Doom: The Dark Ages for me was a great time. I loved how. I think I just love how this this series has been like. Each one has been different from each other. Like, they've all been slightly different, and they've all slightly changed the pacing. They've all slightly changed how they do things. And the fact that we're 3 into this little series and they're still good, they're still great, they're still fun, they're still doing something new and keeping it fresh, and we're still enjoying them, is really good. And so I'm keen to see whatever we get next from these guys. Very, very keen. Yeah, but yeah, Doom, my number 5.
I'm happy it lived up to the expectations.
It did well. It did well.
That was at the developer direct last year.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Hell yeah.
All right, my number 4. As Kyle said, Indiana Jones and the Great Circle.
I'm killing it right now. Hell yeah, man. Great game.
I know it came out last year, but I barely fucking touched it last year. So
Totally fair.
that's on my list. It's my list. So
well, I mean, it counts because of the PS5 version coming out in 2025. So that's how I justified putting
real release date, isn't it? Really?
Yeah, that's So a lot of people, yeah.
What a great game!
Amazing game.
It's number 4 for me. Like, there are more enjoyable video games out there that are, games and you do gamey things. I just love Indiana Jones and the Great Circle because it feels like I'm playing a fucking movie. And we always talk about games being cinematic. Naughty Dog games are cinematic, but they're still fucking video games. You know what I mean? This is obviously still a video game, but I feel like I've stepped into a movie universe. It is so fucking true to the movies. It's so authentic. It's, I never feel like in the game I have more ability than Indiana Jones in the movies.
Yep.
I mean, maybe there's the odd thing that's a little bit gamery, but like the health system or, whatever. There's the odd thing, sure. But I've never left there going, well, that wouldn't happen in the movies. I believe that we could turn this game into a movie, a very long movie, and it would work.
100%.
Probably cut out a little bit of the exploring a fucking desert, for places that don't exist. But it's the graphics are obviously incredible, but the motion capture, the animation, the Troy Baker's performance, the voice acting, the story, the setting, even just the little things like the music or some of the audio charms, or like even when you fly to a new place and it does that classic thing it does in the movies where it zooms out and shows you the countries you're flying over, and I don't know, man, it's such an authentic experience. And I mean, it's a fucking great video game. So in its own right, to be fair, even if Indiana Jones didn't exist as a movie, it's still a great game. But you would probably just be like, oh, why did they choose to make the main character this rigid? It's because in the movies, he's not a fucking superhero.
Yeah.
He's a guy, and he's a heavy fighter in that sense. And it's so I think without the movies, you would probably see the game make slightly different decisions, not just to make it more gamery, more Uncharted-like, if you will. But they have stuck to the bounds set by the movie, and nothing is more true than the opening 5 minutes, which matches the opening 5 minutes of Raiders of the Lost Ark. No, maybe one of those movies.
Yeah, Raiders.
One with the boulder.
Yeah, Raiders. Yep.
You get to play that, and it's so authentic. Brother, this game, I hope has set the fucking benchmark for other games. I hope because this game exists, other things come after it. Not just an Indiana Jones sequel, but we'd love to see. If someone's making a John Wick game, I hope they look at this and go, "All right, we need to get it closer to the movies. Like, we need to make these people feel like they're Keanu Reeves." Because I felt like Harrison Ford playing this game. So no, it deserves a spot in the top 5. The fact that number 4 is only because there was some pretty great shit this year.
Very fair.
If you got anything to add, or what's your number 4?
My number 4 is Donkey Kong Bonanza. What a great freaking game! What an amazing game, dude! Like, I honestly am gonna say something that not a lot of people are gonna agree with. I don't care. I think Donkey Kong Bonanza is better than Odyssey. I think Donkey Kong Bonanza is an incredible game. built by a team that has already like done some incredible stuff, and they've just gone, all right, let's take what everybody loved from one game and turn it up to 11. Like fully destructible environments, a reworked Donkey Kong. Does he look goofy? Of course he looks goofy, but we still love him. Pauline, just an amazing story, awesome world, different world. Be like what a great freaking time. And finish the freaking game. Oh my god! Like there's like what the hell moments towards the end of the game, WTF moments, if you will, towards the end of the game that take this game from like people being like, oh, this is a solid 8 to like a solid like I don't know 11. Like it's so good, and I think people have slept on it, and I think people that haven't slept on it are still playing it and haven't had a chance to tell people that it's amazing. So you're all welcome. It's amazing. Go play it. Yeah, my number 4 is Donkey Kong Bonanza.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
I hope you don't take offense by it. I'm being very just like out of interest.
I'm very offended, but go on.
If this game came out when Odyssey did,
Yeah.
right, and obviously it was a little bit different because of the Switch one.
Yeah.
And then Odyssey came out this year on the Switch 2.
Yeah.
Do you think it would be like the other way around? Like you'd be saying, "Oh, Odyssey is better than Donkey Kong." Like, do you think the Switch 2 has like helped bring it up to that next level, or do you think the team's just been more creative, done something with Donkey Kong that's never been done? Like,
I think it's the fact that they've done something with Donkey Kong that's never been done. Because at the heart of it, Mario Odyssey is what every Mario game has always been. Mario's going out there to save the princess. The only thing that changes is the worlds he runs through, and he gets a cool little companion that doesn't say anything. Whereas, like, you look what they've done with Donkey Kong Bonanza, and they've taken a character, Pauline, they've expanded her mythos, they've added to her character, they've given her an origin, they've really expanded upon Donkey Kong's origin. Like, spoilers, everybody. Donkey Kong Bonanza is a prequel to Mario Odyssey. They're set in the same universe. Like, they are set in the same, like this is set years and years and years and years before Odyssey. So, I don't know. I think if Odyssey had come out this year, I think Odyssey would be an amazing game, but I still think I personally would enjoy Bonanza more, which is odd for me because I would say I'm a Donkey Kong fan, but I don't think I would ever put Donkey Kong above a really good Mario game. But I'm looking at it now and I'm like, this Donkey Kong game is like something else. Like this Donkey Kong game connected with me in such a way that when it was time for me to pick what calendar I was going to use this year, mate, I picked up a Mario calendar, I picked up a Donkey Kong calendar, my Donkey Kong calendar's hanging up on the wall over there. Like, I was in. I was like, hell yeah, Donkey Kong, you deserve it this year, my boy. No, I really, really like Bonanza a lot. And I stand by my comment that I think it's better than Odyssey. Personally. I think they both stand, like, probably on par for a lot of people. But yeah, personally, I just,
In 2017, like Odyssey, it hit really hard. I feel like Odyssey 2 is going to have to like kick it up a notch.
Yeah, honestly,
Maybe a few princesses.
You know what I mean? Yeah, like I think Odyssey 2 is going to be in trouble if Odyssey 2 is what Galaxy 2 is to Galaxy 1. You know what I mean? Like an incremental jump as
Odyssey
opposed
2
to
really needs to get crazy. Yeah,
honestly,
maybe add a vehicle or something.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, really go wild.
Oh, it's Mario Kart World. Yeah. Alrighty. Number 3, mate.
Mate, hit me with it.
Ghost of Yotai.
Damn, you put Battlefield above Ghost. That's wild.
I think the problem is, and again, this is my list, so people are going to disagree with the thinking here, but I haven't played enough of it.
That's fair.
I'm still in Act 1.
Yep.
And you might be thinking, well, why is it only Game of the Year? It's that fucking good. It's why. Like, I don't need to play Act 2 and 3 to know this is like, this is top 3 fucking material for me.
Yeah, fair.
So look, I owe it a finish, obviously, and I can't really talk much about it because I haven't put a lot of hours into it. But coming off the back of Ghost of Tsushima, Ghost of Yotai is a beautiful step up, and I don't mean that as an insult to Tsushima. I just mean they've gone away for fucking 5 years. They got the power of the PS5, and they've used it. You know what I mean? Like, and some of it's simple, like the graphics are better, and the horse runs a bit faster, and the wind is a bit more windy. Like, sure. But there's design decisions they've made. Like, I don't want to get into spoiler territory or anything, but like, there's a stance or whatever that you can do in Ghost of Tsushima towards the end of the game. And it's fucking awesome, right? And Jin learns it, I won't get into the details, but he learns it, and he can wield it, and, he's the ghost, and, it's all very cool, right? And then you start playing this game, and you lose all the cool shit. But it's not a sequel. Like, it's a fresh character. So it's like, they could justify her having to learn all the shit again. But nah, fucking mission 2, we're getting the cool shit back. Like they're like, nah, the player wants to be, sort of like have a lot of the stuff that they had before. Like we don't fuck around and giving you a bow this time. Like we don't, like it's, I don't know, man. The way they've done this sequel, it's like it's in a totally different part of Japan. It's fucking 400 years later. It's got, as far as I can tell, in Act 1, fuck all to do with the first game. But it's like, we're not going to treat you like a mug. Like we're going to give you, we're going to let you get right into it, and it's a different style of story. It's similar gameplay mechanics and similar, you're liberating the island in a sense. Again, I'm only in Act 1. There's probably a bit more to it, but they've really upped the cinematic game. The animation is incredible, like heaps better. I don't know, it's I don't know, it's a very cool story. It's a very cool game. And yeah, I haven't played a ton of it yet, but yeah, I've just finished Tsushima, jumped straight to Yotai, and I'm enjoying it that much that I'm very confident it's my top 3 game for last year. Who knows? By the time I finish it, I might be kicking myself that it wasn't higher, but I'm happy putting it at number 3. I feel confident in that decision. What is your number 3, good sir?
We don't even need to. You've done enough, mate. You've said everything. My number 3 is Indiana Jones. I think this game is gonna be so important in so many ways that we all don't even really understand yet. I agree. It's set a benchmark on what a movie licensed game can be, and I'm really excited for other people to try and touch this game in quality, touch this game in respect for an IP.
Yeah,
like,
absolutely. Yeah, it's going to hold the top spot for a long time.
Honestly, I wish them luck. But yeah, Indiana Jones is my number 3. What's your number 2, mate?
My number 2.
Yeah, mate. Your number 2.
My number 2. Battlefield. You might think I'm crazy.
No, I don't think you're crazy. I don't think you're crazy. I made that noise because I'm mad that I got it wrong. I was so close. Damn it! I'm so mad.
I think you're right. Like the momentum's definitely slowed down on Battlefield, and I think it would be easy to sit here and be like, oh, it's turned to shit. I mean, it hasn't. It's just fucking run out a bit of steam. You know what I mean? We'll go get some more coal and chuck it in the engine.
Mm-hmm.
I just think back to the beta. We played that beta, and it wrecked me. I didn't want to play anything until the game came out. I had no motivation. Delta Force was doing its best, doing its goddamn bestest, and I tip my hat to Delta Force. But that wrecked me. I've been waiting for a modern Battlefield in the style of 3 and 4 for like 10 fucking years. We dredged through Battlefield 1, which was a good game, a good break from the series, good reset for a bit. Then we're like, oh, we'll do World War II. Oh, for fuck's sakes, all right, no worries. We'll do World War II. It's not bad, but it's, I don't know, it's like, it's all right. Fucking Battlefield 2042 destroyed the whole fucking franchise nearly. And like, it's just such a long wait. We went through COVID without a Battlefield. We saw COD starting to do Battlefield things. I could go on. And then Battlefield 6, man. They announce it. And we're all just like, I don't fucking care. In unison, we're all like, fuck off. We're going to do some play testing in labs that you're not allowed to touch. Oh, fuck's sakes. Like, you're just pretending to give a shit, And then we start seeing the leaks on Reddit. And we sat there one night and watched like hours of these leaks on Siege of Cairo. Not a traditional Battlefield map by any stretch of the fucking imagination. And we were like, kind of looks like it's hanging together all right. Something's not shit here. Like, what's, we were immediately like, looks okay. This is weird. So skeptical. And they did that reveal, and like, it was just like, this might be okay. They seem to be saying all the right things. They've said all the right things before, but like, this isn't set in the year 2400. You know what I mean? Like, it was a journey this year. This game, a journey. We couldn't even play it yet. It was a fucking journey. And then that beta, mate. That beta dropped us into fucking Peak, Operation Peak, whatever it's called, the mountain peak with all the snipers. And it just felt like coming home, brother. Coming home after 10 long years out at sea, finally coming home, and no one touched your bedroom. We were home, and yeah, I mean, the game came out. It was optimized. That's a weird Battlefield experience. It was well optimized. It ran. It didn't crash. I think it crashed like 3 times. I know that sounds like a lot, but that's nothing for a Battlefield game. Usually, it crashes 3 times an hour. This game runs like on my Xbox at like fucking 80 something frames and looks beautiful. On my PC, way more frames even. Like it just, mate, they fucking done it. They left the last gen behind, which apologies if you're on last gen, but like Battlefield needed it. It needed the horsepower and it used it well. And
it justified leaving it behind.
Absolutely. Is the campaign underutilized? Absolutely. Is the multiplayer got fuck all maps? Yep. Has it got fuck all vehicles? Yep. Is it a bare bones Battlefield? Indeed it is. Is the portal mode fucking useless? Absolutely. Is the UI terrible? God damn, it's terrible. The Red Sec Battle Royale is mediocre. It's good. It's fine. It's there. It's there because it has to be, I guess. But my God, do I love this fucking game, Kyle. I love this game. I love that it's available. It's there. It runs. People are playing it. It's good. It's stable. Do they fuck the weapon classes? Absolutely. Do they fuck the progression? Yeah, somewhat. I just don't care. I just love that it's here and it runs and it feels good. We need more maps though. We
need more content.
I know. Like it's just the steam is over. We're pushing this train up the fucking hill at this point. And even the one map they've announced, it's like, it's not a very big map though. It's like, God damn it. They do have a big map on the way. It's a remake though, but they said it's coming in seasons to come. So God knows what that fucking means.
Yeah.
Anyway, sounds like I'm having a big old whinge. It is my second favorite game of last year, and it is a game that I believe I will continue to play until a better Battlefield comes out. And a better Battlefield game may never come out. So I'm gonna lock in on this one and enjoy it while it's here. Don't get me wrong, been playing a bit of Arc Raiders. I've been playing a lot lately, to be honest. I mean, Ghost of Tsushima and so yeah, like there's other games, and this year's packed. So maybe the odd slower season in Battlefield isn't going to be the worst thing. I just wish the slower season was like 6 when fucking Grand Theft Auto comes out or something, But hey, they've committed to a live service game. They've got 4 studios working on this. My hope is that like the campaign studio is now being tasked with making multiplayer stuff. Or just something to help inject some life into this game. But if I think about that game on launch, mate, I should have had more days off to play it. That's my only regret. So yeah, mate, I love that game. I love the music, when the game's just about to end and the Battlefield music kicks in, or the fact that you can like just turn on some Red Hot Chili Peppers while you're driving around. Like fuck me, brother. They nailed a few things. They didn't nail everything, but they nailed enough. They didn't destroy the franchise. This game was make or break, and Battlefield is back. It's just on a bit of a pause in the next couple of months, I feel. But hey, I love Battlefield.
Fair call.
You've already spoken to it, but I'm glad it made both of our top 10 lists, and I respect that it wasn't in the same place. I think having it second, it's a very biased decision for me. Like I'm a very big fan.
I knew it'd be high for you.
That's where it is. That's where it is on my list.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So, that would be controversial, but just understand that I love this game franchise probably potentially more than any other in some ways. And it's the same thing we say about Halo all the time, right? Like Halo's been on the down for 10 years. We would be straight back for one amazing release. What I mean? Like, it would just take one good release, and we'd be like straight back play capture the flag all night.
Yeah.
So it's it's not that the passion dies out. It's just that they stand on it for long enough. You sort of stop talking about it. But Battlefield is back. So that's my number 2, mate. What is your number 2?
My number 2 is something very special to me, mate. I will do what you should have done. No, I'm just kidding. Ghost of Yotei is my number 2. In terms of a sequel, I think when people use the expression perfect sequel, Ghost of Yotei is an example of what that is. It is by far the game that we deserved. The game that we got was just absolutely amazing. It expanded on everything from the first without subtracting. We got more without losing, and I want to go into even more details, but I can't because it's all spoilery, and I don't want to ruin it for you and other people out there. But one day we will do an episode dedicated to these games because they just deserve it. Like every time Sucker Punch drop a game, I'm like, just do another Infamous, because you guys are at a point right now where like whatever you do next is just going to be a blockbuster 10 out of 10 in my mind. So let's go back to a franchise you guys freaking absolutely like just left behind, and I don't know why. But no, Ghost of Yotei, without going into spoilers, is an absolutely stellar, amazing game. Um, the fact that some people didn't bother because of the main protagonist being a woman and all this other stuff, I'm getting real sick and tired of it. To be honest, I think I feel like this game only works because of her. Like she in this game is like oh my god, Eric Ishii's performance in this game is freaking amazing. Like Atsu is an amazing character, and her story is an amazing story, and I think everybody needs to experience it. I think it doesn't work without her, and I think she elevates this story to very much in the way you can't do the first one without Jin. That's Jin's story.
I just want to add as well, like, this is a standalone game, but having played the first one makes this game so much better because there's things that both characters have in common that felt out of place for me for Jin, because it's like you're meant to be like this figure, you know?
Yeah.
Whereas Atsu, like, she just nails it. You know what I mean? Things that she does, it's like that fits your character so perfectly, and it's almost like the payoff from going through Jin's story is just delivered minutes after fucking minutes in Yotai.
Yeah.
And the game's got nothing to do with each other, at least from my perspective. You know, who knows what happens later on, but it's a perfect sequel, as you said.
It's a brilliant game. It's brilliant. And yeah, I can't wait for you to finish this so we can gush and nerd out about it like we did for the first one. Very, very excited. Well, mate, let's be honest. We've come to number one. We both have the same number one. So, would you like to do the honors, mate? One Up Games Game of the Year for 2025
is Claire Obscure Expedition 30.
Oh, I had something different.
Oh shit!
No, I'm just kidding.
Kirby Races.
Oh, man, Kirby Air Ride was great. What a game!
Handle that game is more the problem.
That's fair. There's a lot going on.
Yeah, Expedition 33 is definitely my game of the year. Definitely my game of the generation so far. Definitely my game of the last generation as well. Fuck it. It's a magical game. I really love it. I'm glad that we both agree. You know, I think we've both got very similar opinions on it. Maybe not like perfectly aligned, but it's definitely a rare event to get a game this creative is in some ways, but also the thing that this game's done that not a lot of games do is like it's brought in people from other genres, and that's always a special moment. You know, you can say the same about Arc Raiders, bringing in people that have never played a extraction shooter. You know, it's always special when those people come in and it starts to click why the genre is so special. And yeah, for me, like I didn't appreciate the JRPG turn-based genres, and I've come in and played this, and like I fucking get it now. You know, my bad, everybody, for not appreciating it. Not that I've ever hated it or anything, but it just hasn't interested me. So I think to have a game like this come along and drag all these people in that didn't expect to be playing a French-made JRPG set in a fantasy Paris, I guess. I don't know, France world. I don't know. It's pretty special. And then for the game to be that fucking good, the art style, the music, the animation, the voice acting, the writing, the story, like I don't know, you know, even just the quality of the gameplay. Yeah, it's a little bit heavy on the frame rate, I guess, sure, but it's a very deep game that you spend a lot of time with. Yeah, I don't know, man. I probably need you to take over. I feel like I've talked about it so much. I'm like, I don't know where to go, but like, it's a special game. If you haven't played it, you are missing out. Yeah, that's where I'm at. How'd you feel about it?
I look, I echo everything you've just said. I have very little to say on this game other than if you haven't experienced this game, please do. There are ways to do it. You know, like get out there, try it. I think you owe it to yourself as a gamer. I think the one thing I need to say about this game, especially going into this year, is Expedition 33 is going to be the example of my example when people are talking about games and budgets and developers and stuff, is like it is the example of the only thing that truly matters is the people making it love what they're doing and are willing to do it, because there was no big publisher There was no massive known developer. There was no massive budget. You know what I mean? It's not an IP that's known around the world. It is a game made by passionate developers who wanted to make this game a reality, and they nailed it. You know what I mean? There is nothing in this game that feels tacked on, thrown in to try and make the time go longer, keep you wrapped up in it more. Every single element of this game, every single piece of dialogue, interaction, story beat, moment is just an absolute joy and 100% a product of love and passion. And I think that big developers out there, Xbox, PlayStation, EA, Ubisoft, they really need to take a step back and realize that, it's not about the money. The money will come if the game is good. And you just need to give these developers time. You need to let them do what they need to do in order to get it done. Like, at the end of the day, a good game, sells well. And if that happens, everybody's happy, So, Expedition 30.
Like sometimes they forget that there's enough gamers out there to consume all the good games.
100%, man. You know what I mean? I mean, like, I'm glad Expedition 33 exists because when GTA drops this year and it's like a freaking, this game is, the budget of this game is $1 billion, it's going to make $1 billion, I'm glad Expedition 33 exists to prove to you that it doesn't take a massive budget and a big developer to make a game that is going to resonate with the entire gaming landscape. It just takes a bit of passion, just takes a bit of grit and a bit of love for what you do. And, these guys have it tenfold. And I cannot wait to see what they do next. Like, the universe they've built with a single game that if we never got another one, could stand alone, but I don't want it to stand alone. I want more, is absolutely amazing. So yeah, that's why I think, not only is it but probably of last year, the most deserving of Game of the Year. And I know there's going to be some people out there that are like, but Death Stranding, but this, but that. That's fine. Like, that's what's so good about personal lists, is you can have whatever you want at number one. But yeah, I Expedition 33 is one of those special games that truly does come along once in a generation. And I'm just glad that I got to play it. Like, I'm glad I was here for it. It was very, very, very good.
Me too. I'm glad I played it.
So good. I'm glad you played it.
My collector's edition has been shipped. I got the tracking number.
Hell yeah, boy.
Legally. It was sold to me by a French company. I told it was going to be coming from China, and the Royal Post of the UK has sent it to me. So I don't know what's going on, but I wait patiently.
All right then. What the hell? Okay.
No, it's a very, very special game, and if you haven't played it, highly recommend jumping on it. It was $64 in Black Friday sale, so I'm hoping over the coming months you might be able to pick it up for a 40 or something like that. It's well worth 100, but yeah, it has been out for nearly a year, so hopefully there's some good prices to jump on if you're sort of not sure about the turn-based strategy elements of it, like I was not. It's definitely should better get it at a good price, which would be worth doing because it's definitely something you want to have experienced without spoilers.
100%.
We should do an episode on that one day as well, full of spoilers.
Hell yeah,
plenty to talk about in that department.
Honestly, no, I agree. Well,
I think it's another. I was just going to say one last thing in terms of memorability. I think I'll remember this story for a long time too.
Honestly, it's so good. It's so freaking good. Talk about moments, man. Talk about moments. Like, I hope our compadre eventually finishes it because he's very close.
We should bully him some more.
Yeah, let's bully him. He'll do it then. Nah. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's it. That is our Game of the Year special done and dusted. Another one gone. And like, this year's already started, and I feel like we haven't had any big games drop yet. We had the new Arknights game, which I haven't touched yet, but we'll definitely get a review up for that one. And we got Code Vein 2 coming very soon, which will definitely eat up a little bit of my time. But yeah, I don't know. After seeing Forza today, I'm like, just biding my time. I'm just biding my time until that game drops.
111 days, sadly.
Why would you threaten me? Like in the last few seconds of what was a happy episode, you son of a diddly. My God.
So sorry. That does give us extra time to scrounge together the $190 for the limited edition.
Yeah, I seen the car that's like a part of the thing. I was like, oh, it's such a sexy car. All right, we can talk more about this later. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us for our Game of the Year special for 2025. Even though it's coming out in 2026, you lucky sausages, you get an extra episode. We will be back in a couple weeks' time with the new and improved One Up Gamescast. So look forward to that. We leave you now with this thought. Expedition 33 is the best game ever. But, you know, Indiana Jones was pretty close. Enjoy that thought. Nah, actually don't do that, because anybody who liked Indiana Jones is going to run with that. Just ignore what I just said. Yeah, be sure to let us know what your game of the year was last year. We definitely want to hear about it. Head over to the Discord and all that fun stuff. Head over to the website for your daily news. But yeah, like I said, we'll be back in a couple of weeks' time. Thank you so much for hanging out with us today and listening to us ramble on. Until next time, may your games be good ones. Jack, thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
And yeah, we will be back next time. All right, love you all. I'll see you guys then. Bye.